All right, guys, we're sitting here with Eric from Watain. How you doing, man?
Doing well, thank you.
Good. Tell me about why you guys, as a band, what intrigued you to go down the road of the type of music that you sing about? What got you to go down to the dark side of music?
I think there's always been an attraction in our subconscious that sooner or later had to develop into something artistic. I think artistry is the way of anyone with a strong point of view to be able to express his views without any restriction or limitation whatsoever. Especially an art form like black and death metal holds no restrictions whatsoever when it comes to expression, you know. And the things that we sing about, the things that we praise, and the things that we nourish from, which people refer to as sinister or the dark side, if you will, they are also things that have no boundaries whatsoever. So for us this was a perfect way of blending these things together and make something very, very powerful.
Okay. Well, do you guys consider yourselves Satanists, or what do you consider yourselves to be, like Satanists?
Yes.
Okay. The one question that I had, because I haven't really studied up on a lot of Satanism, is I read in other interviews that you had, you learn from different books, or you study different people's teachings. What type of books, or whose teachings are they? Teachings like, Anton LaVey, or
LaVey has nothing to do with Satanism whatsoever, apart from the name that he took as a blasphemer, and that's the only connection that he has got with Satanism whatsoever. But Satanism exists in every world religion. Wherever you may look, you will always find a chaotic source or a dark side of things, be it Loki from Northern mythology, or Set in Egyptian mythology, Kali in Oriental mythology, and so on. I mean, you always have an archetype that represents what Satan represents in its Western incarnation. And these forces and these archetypes, they represent that which lies beyond the gods of creation, that which lies beyond the human barriers of comprehension, and that infinite wellspring of power that only some of the gods may draw from. But in all, I mean, what connects all of these myths and all this lore is that these sources are considered so powerful and so world-altering that they are always considered to be dangerous, and they are always considered as forbidden sources for man. And that is exactly what Satanism is about, to go beyond the forbidden edges and the lines that have been drawn up for us, and to actually communicate with that source that men or no one on this earth is originally meant to correspond with in the first place.
Now, how does that go with? Okay, since you are a Satanist, because one thing like I said, I'm trying to learn about this, is that how does God play into, like, if you're Satanist, how does God play into the role of a Satanist? Because you guys are against the teachings of, like, organized religion and things like that, right?
The teachings and the organized religions themselves are not our enemy. It is the living God inside religion that is our enemy. I mean, people will always... human beings are meant to follow God, I mean, that is... either they call it God, or if they call it society, or if they call it the system or whatever, but every human being is placed upon this earth in order to fit in. That is what Satanism opposes. that you always have to crush the barriers around you, because we believe that God and creation and the place where we sit now is a prison, it is an illusion, and it is meant to be broken out of and eliminated completely in order to fully grasp and to fully make use of the potential of the spark that is the flame of chaos that dwells within each man's heart. So I usually use an allegory that is very simple, that to describe the roles of God and Satan, that each human being on this earth is born into a prison. That prison is creation, or the earth as we know it. God is the prison keeper, the builder of this prison. I, realizing my role as a prisoner, of course my natural reaction is that I want to break out. I want to be complete free of all the chains. I don't want anyone to tell me how I'm supposed to live my life or what sources of power I should draw from. I want to be completely free of all these chains that God had put upon me when putting me to this life on earth.
So Satanism to you is a freedom from everything else. But how is that, I mean, how do you, because you obviously you guys don't believe in Satan as a character, right? You just believe as a concept, an idea?
No, not really. I mean, the way that Satan manifests on earth are countless, and physical as well as metaphysical as well as spiritual. I mean, there are numerous incarnations and there have been numerous manifestations of satanic energies on this earth. And in that sense, it is a real living energy that opposes the current of the world, the current world order. Everything that opposes and everything that is aiming to break down and to crush the rules and the regulations that are set up on this earth, that is the force of Satan. That is the living manifestation of Satan or God.
Okay. So how does that factor into your live show? What do you guys do? Because this will be my first time seeing you guys, and I listen to a lot of your music online, which is good music. You guys make great music. So how does that go into your live show? What do you take from your teachings and the things that you study? How do you put that into your live show?
We, when they work as they should, to be an opening of gateways into that dark side that I have been referring to. I want people to be able to look straight into that lawlessness and that chaotic force that existed before man, that will exist after man, and that actually is the only real thing that have ever existed. And by using certain magical elements on stage and by preparing ourselves mentally and having worked with this for 15 years, we have been able to find out ways to actually make the stage a temple of pure energy that is filled with anti-cosmic, if you will, energy that no one will be able to escape from. Sure, people will be able to deny it. People will even be able to say that, yeah, this was a extreme, intense heavy metal show, but actually all intense and real heavy metal shows are the work of the devil.